If you know me very well, if there's one thing I hate to do is beg. If there's one thing I do not like doing is basically asking for help. Because I like to feel I'm self-sustainable, so I should be able to do a lot of things myself. But when I started out fundraising, I felt like I was begging. I had to try to convince people to give. And that was something that, really affected my fundraising effort because I wasn't comfortable doing it, begging. But over time, as I began to grow within the fundraising space, I realized that I didn't have to beg. But how did I come to this realization and how did I change my fundraising approach that has led me to be able to raise over $5 million and work with other fundraisers across the country, raising hundreds of millions of dollars? I changed how I view fundraising and how I approached fundraising. First, I needed to know who my ideal audience are, the people who already have reasons to give. This way, I didn't have to go into convince. All I had to do was tap into their own very reason to give. And that was the game changer. So when you know the very reason why a person, a business, an organization should give, you don't have to go in trying to convince. You only have to go in to invite them to become partners by tapping into the very reason they have to give. So for example, a homeless organization, an organization empowering homeless people. Um, One of the ideal funders for such an organization are real estate agents and real estate companies because when you empower homeless people and take them off the street, these are the people they go to get homes and basically pay for their services. So they tend to benefit right from the very work the organization does. When it comes to reaching out to these kind of people, you don't have to beg. Why? Because they benefit directly from the very service or opportunity you provide. So your going in would be then to not convince them, but basically tap into the very reason. I know you're looking um, for clients, and I know you need more people to come to you to get homes. One of the jobs we do is to be able to get people off the street so that they can be able to get homes. I would love you to partner with us to be able to empower these people so that when they want to get homes, they can come to you. That's what partnership is all about. Coming together to be able to create impact. At the end of the day, they benefit from the impact. Or it could be an organization or a person who would look good just by associating with the work you do. So, for example, the local city council, right, or the housing representative within your district, these are the kind of people who would look good by associating with the work you do if you run a homeless organization. So you reaching out to them and saying, let's work together to make this happen. You don't have to beg or you don't have to convince. All you have to do is tap into that very reason, which is they looking good by supporting your cause. And when you speak to that, they automatically want to take action. So this transforms you from begging to inviting people to contribute. It is people who do not have a direct link or are not aligned with your mission that you go in to beg. Another good example could be, say for example, you have an organization that empowers children and you're looking for corporate funders. You don't have to go to these, children beverages companies to beg them to give. You only have to tap into the very reason why they should give because they are already in the children's space, completely aligned serving the children. So you're inviting them into partnership to work with you to empower these children who on the long run, which on the long run is going to also empower their brand. This was what took me from begging to inviting people to become partners, which is where fundraising makes sense, which is where you raise the real amount of money that you need. And I'm talking thousands and millions of dollars. So I want you to take this lesson with you today. You don't have to beg. You don't have to condescend yourself to the level where you feel like you're going all in to convince. You can't step up and get people to partner with you if you begin to view fundraising from a different approach, and if you begin to reach out to the people, the businesses, the organizations, the agencies, the grantors, the funders that are completely aligned with the mission and the work you do, that are in some way benefiting from your mission and the work you do, that would like to be aligned with your mission. This is what you need to raise 6 to 7 figures over the next 12 months. I'll see you in the next